And here we are back in Phoenix with the Cubs and the Diamondbacks tied 1-1 as the D-backs come up in the bottom of the 7th inning, and the new pitcher is Carlos Marmol, who has really been a savior for this team and called up in May. DHL presents MLB Delivery Man, and tonight we focus on Marmol.
He's not only been sensational, he has been overpowering. Look at those strikeouts, 2 innings pitched, batting average against 149. Just outstanding for Marmol. 5-1 record in relief.
So fans, go to MLB.com to cast your vote for the 2007 DHL presents MLB Delivery Man of the Year award. Marmol did not give up a run in 23 straight innings from the middle of August to the end of September, and turned out to be Lou Piniella's most reliable relief pitcher, and that hard slider that practically impossible to hit.
Well, he's just been great for Lou Piniella, going to in the middle of the games. He can not only go give you 1, sometimes 2 innings, could Marmol.
Let's take a look at the way this series pans out schedule-wise. Of course, tomorrow night will be Game 2 here at Chase Field. 10 p.m. Eastern start, and then following a day off, the series moves to Wrigley Field in Chicago. 6 o'clock Eastern on Saturday, and then Sunday on TNT at 1 p.m. Eastern for Game 4, if necessary. And if we have to come back for a Game 5, it'll be on Tuesday night at 10 p.m. right here on TBS. 1-1 the score. Mark Reynolds will lead it off for Arizona here in the bottom of the 7th inning. He is 0 for 2. And facing the 24-year-old Dominican Carlos Marmol, and the first pitch is taken for a strike. Carlos Zambrano worked 6 innings, allowed 1 run, 4 hits, struck out 8 batters, and walked only 1, and gave up the home run to Drew to account for the Arizona run. 1-1 now, the count to Reynolds.
Marmol has an interesting delivery. He really just flies at you with lots of his arms and his legs. Very deceptive. Hard to pick up the ball if you're the hitter.
And a little wild, wide, and the count 2-1.
Well, it's going to happen to a young pitcher in his pitching in postseason. Tend to want to overthrow, and that's what he's done with that slider.
Of course, I remember the comment in our last break, Ernie Johnson in the studio with Cal Ripken, Frank Thomas saying this game will be decided by the bullpen, and this is our first example. High fly ball deep to left center field, way back, and this one is gone. A home run for Mark Reynolds. And the Diamondbacks regain the lead 2-1. So talk about the bullpen. Marmol comes in, and after a 2-1 pitch, gives up a home run to Mark Reynolds, and Arizona leads it now 2-1. Gives the D-backs a 2-1 lead, and Jeff Salazar fouls it off, and the count to him is 1-1. So here's the third baseman who's brought up from Double-A, contributing in postseason in his rookie year with the Diamondbacks. 1-1 pitch misses outside, 2-1.
Reynolds on a long line of those outstanding third basemen from that same area of Chesapeake, where you have David Wright, Ryan Zimmerman.
Salazar robbed of a base hit his last time up by second baseman Mark DeRosa, who made a great play going to his right. Meanwhile, the count 2 balls and 2 strikes to Salazar. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Arizona leading 2-1. Trying to get the jump on the Chicago Cubs. And there's strike 3. And the herky-jerky delivery by Marmol really fooled Salazar. There's ball 1 outside. Many people felt coming into this game that it would be the best opportunity perhaps early in this series for the Diamondbacks to take the lead because of the presence of Brandon Webb, knowing that the Cubs, even though they won 85 games, the fewest among the qualifiers in the playoffs, a lot of people thought would be favored over the young Arizona team.
But you can have one ace who can determine a series. It happened in 1988 with the Dodgers, who didn't have a great run-scoring team, and Hershiser led them with his pitching. It's ironically the same season he had the 59-inning scoreless streak, 42 scoreless streak for Webb this season.
So sometimes all it takes is one to get the job. And if you look down the history of major leagues, you know, anytime in the last 25, 30 years, one pitcher would just steal the show.
Yes.
So right now, Brandon Webb has that one-run lead. The count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Just getting a piece of it is Snyder with 1 out. And the count holds at 2-2. Let's face it, the Diamondbacks coming out of a very tough division that was pitching strong throughout the year.
Well, you're facing a great pitcher every night, it seems, in that division, whether it's Francis for Colorado, Penny for the Dodgers. The Giants, who finished down, had 2 young, great pitchers, and Lincecum and Kane.
Count is full, 3-2. Marmol giving up the leadoff home run to Mark Reynolds. 1 out and 3-2 to Snyder. Augie Ojeda waiting on deck for the Diamondbacks. And ball 4. So Snyder draws a walk. Augie Ojeda with a runner at first, 1 out. Ojeda 1 for 2, singled his last time up with a shot off the glove of Zambrano. So the Diamondbacks looking to add to their lead. Took a 1-0 lead on Drew's leadoff home run in the 4th inning. The Cubs tied it in the 6th. And now the leadoff home run by Reynolds. Runner at first, and there's a high fly ball. Drifting foul and out of play. So it's 1-1 to the Diamondbacks second baseman.
The hitter broke his bat on that drive to right field. Ojeda just seems to be Marmol just seems to be overthrowing out there. That's probably why Lou went out there, kind of settle him down.
Tough spot for the 24-year-old, even though he has pitched so well in the month of September, to be thrust into this tight game in the latter stages. Brandon Lyon warming up for the Diamondbacks in their bullpen, and Bob Howery throwing for Chicago. And there's a shot down the right field line, base hit by Ojeda. And he's on his way to second, being held at third base is Snyder as the throw comes into the plate, and the Diamondbacks with runners at second and third and 1 out. And Connor Jackson will come up to pinch hit for Brandon Webb. Connor Jackson batting for Brandon Webb. 135 career pinch hitter. So Webb, pitcher of record for the Diamondbacks. The first pitch from Marmol is a breaking ball in for the strike. Connor Jackson hit .284 this season. And his 15 home runs matched his total from a year ago. And a breaking pitch in the air, center field, and tagging up, making the catch is Jock Jones. Here comes the throw, and it won't be in time as the Diamondbacks get the run. Scoring is Chris Snyder. An RBI for Connor Jackson, and Arizona has taken a 3-1 lead here in the 7th.
Well, I think we're starting to get a feeling on how Arizona wins their games. Runners on second and third. They're batting .300 as a team. Great sacrifice fly by Connor Jackson.
Ojeda held at second base as Snyder comes around.
Hanging slider from Marmol. Good job of Connor Jackson not trying to do too much, getting that ball in the air. Jock Jones with a strong throw over the cutoff man's head.
So there are 2 out, runner at second base, and Chris Young with a big cut and a miss, strike 1. So Brandon Webb will leave with a little bit of a cushion here. 3-1 the score in favor of the Diamondbacks. And that pitch did everything but hit Chris Young.
It almost went around him, it seemed.
Young with a first inning single and a stolen base has struck out his last 2 times. Ojeda with the lead at second base. Swing and a miss on a good fastball. up in the zone by Marmol, and it's 1-2.
Young, a real steal for the Diamondbacks, getting him from Chicago White Sox for Javier Vasquez.
Hit 2 home runs against the Cubs in late August in a 5-4 win. So he has done damage against Chicago pitchers. Check swing. And there's Ed Montague, and he will not check. You talked about this with the first base umpire, Sam Holbrook.
Well, a lot of times what happens if the home plate umpire doesn't think he swung, the team, Chicago Cubs, will ask him to check with the first base umpire. If he doesn't think he did, he will take his time.
2-2 pitch and a check swing and a foul ball. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. 24-year-old Chris Young, first rookie in Major League history to hit 30 or more home runs with 25 stolen bases. So already a mark of distinction for this young center fielder. Here's the 2-2. And the count remains even. Bob Howry continues to throw in the Chicago bullpen, but he's joined by Scott Air, a left-hander, and the only southpaw in the bullpen for the Cubs in this series. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Check swing, and he went. Strike 3, said Ed Montague, and that'll do it. But 2 runs here in the 7th inning, and it was all started by Mark Reynolds with this towering home run to left field.